Alright guys, we got a 2025 Honda Pilot EXL version. A lot of the versions don't have a trailer hitch already on. Dealer quoted me like $1,000, so we're going to take the bumper off and put a hitch on. So first we got to make some room down there for us to install the hitch. So you're just going to pop this cover off, and what we're getting is the tire iron so we can lower the tire. So you pop this cover off, take this grommet off, and then we are going to lower the tire. And for this video, educational purposes only, do your own due diligence, but I did buy all OEM parts. Cost me probably about $400 in parts, but there's a bolt up there, bolt on the other side, and then 2 bolts on the bottom, and then there's a couple plastic clips around the bottom. So right here, using a 10 millimeter socket to get this bolt off. And then we have some plastic clips, pretty easy to pop off. You just use a flathead, pop this up a little bit, and you can pull it out. And then when you're putting it back in, all you do is push it back in and it clips in together. So we're gonna have a clip there, the bolt that I showed you, and then this clip right here, and it's also gonna be on the other side, and then the 2 bolts at the top, here and here, and then you're just gonna slightly push. Did have to push from underneath, just so the clips right there at the top that you could see would come out. That was just the easiest way for me to get this off without breaking anything, even though this piece isn't going to be used. So here's what it looks like with the bumper off and the tire down. So under here, I highly suggest having 2 people to make it a little bit easier. I was able to lay underneath the trailer hitch with it on my chest and push it up and thread in each of the flange bolts. So there's going to be 3 on each side. So 1 here, 1 all the way down. They're going to go in right here. You can see the threads there, there, and there. And then on the other side, it's going to be the exact same thing. So right here from the manual shows 22 millimeter for the flanges, and we are going to use a torque wrench after we just get them tightened down a little bit here to 96 foot-pounds. So I just used this 1/2-inch impact just to get it up there, and then I used the torque wrench to get it to the right foot-pounds. Here's what it looks like after I did both sides. I did do this a little out of order. I should have, before putting this piece back on, I had to go somewhere, but you should do the wiring next before you put this on, make it a lot easier. So I would skip doing this until you do all the wiring. So you're just going to do the reverse, the 4 bolts, and then the clips. But down here it does have this nice little towing guide, 5,000 for all-wheel drive, 3,500 for the front-wheel drive. And then you're just doing the reverse steps. You're just going to bring up the tire, make sure it's all the way up, put the tire stuff away, clip that, put the grommet back on, and then put the cover over this piece as well. We did use the hard side up, just our preference, clips back in, and then we just had a mat on the inside as well. Here's the trailer harness and all the wiring. So first we're going to pop this off. Did mess up there, and it did come out, so it was pretty easy to put this rubber piece back in. But basically what we're going to do is we're just going to disconnect the battery. I don't know if you should just take the negative off or you should take the entire battery off, but you'll take the negative off first. So, and that's what you're going to see me do here. So I sped this up a little bit, but basically all I'm doing, back where you have all your, jacks and spare stuff, you can feed this wire through. I did have to take off the inside, like of the bumper. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's a plastic piece. There's a couple clips on it. Was able to just pop it off. And then that way I could feed the wire through and then bolt all the wiring and harnessing onto the actual frame of the body, as I'm going to show you right here. It was very easy. Like I said, there's a bolt that comes with it. You're just going to bolt this on. And then the wire harness itself has plastic clips on it that you can see the holes on the actual frame of the body. They just push right in there and hold. So you just clip that in there. Pretty easy, plug and play. And then what you're going to do after you get this all clipped into each of these holes is the piece that's left still inside of the spare equipment little compartment. You're going to bolt this device on here. That was kind of a pain, I'm not going to lie, but here it just shows where the relays and the fuses go. So here it is. It flows through here, clips right there at the top, clips right there again, and then it connects into there and then connects to the wire that's way up in there. The wire's already sitting there. It's plug and play, like I said. And then right here, just putting in the relays. Probably could have did that before I put it in there, but this was the first time. In the upper right hand corner, there's that white wire. You can see where I plugged right in. So like I said, it is all plug and play. I'm no electrician or anything by any means, so if you don't know what you're doing, consult a professional, but I just followed the instructions here. So to actually get the, all the wiring out to where the trailer hitch is, you pop that grommet off, you take off this little plastic cover right here, and then you feed the wire down through that hole. And then right here, I'm just showing that there's a little clip right there so you don't break this. Just kind of wiggle it out, pops out. But like I said, I did this backwards where I didn't do the wiring first before I put the bumper back on. So it would have been way easier to see, and to be able to do this. So just feeding that up through, that's going to connect right into the device right above it. And then it has this little rubber piece where you can create a good seal so no water's getting up into your car. As you can see, there's a little lip on it. Connect everything together, connect that there, and then you're going to put this harness on here. Would have been easier, but you're going to put this harness on. It's going to be what you bolt your actual trailer plug into, to where when you're plugging in your trailer wires. And then you're going to have to just do a couple things on the fuses in the front and we're all set. So that's what I'm doing now. Quick reminder here, when you do put your battery back on, your car's going to say take it to the dealer, you have all these things. Drive it for like a mile, come back, turn it off, and once you cycle it, that should fix any of the systems in the car, because it'll say they're disabled. I had to drive it for like a mile, turned it off, turned it back on, I think once or twice, and then it went back to normal. So no issues there. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Hope you subscribe. Hopefully this was helpful. They did give some zip ties as well, just so you can have everything up.